Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for taking your time to be with us this morning. My name's Kismet Finch and I'm the Head of Skills Development here at Qube Learning. I've been working with job seekers and working on courses for job seekers for about the last 10 years. 6 of those years have been here at Qube Learning, and today we are wanting to talk to you about the Qube Work-Fit provision, which is our provision for job seekers looking to undertake short courses to help them become more employable and to move into the job market. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please use the chat function available to yourself, and my colleagues will be monitoring the box throughout the presentation, and then they'll all come through to us at the end of the presentation. So today I'm joined by my colleague Heidi, and I'll hand you over to her now.
Hi there, my name's Heidi. I'm the Skills Development Manager for Qube Learning. I work closely with Kismet to organise the running of all of our Work-Fit programmes.
So Heidi's just going to take you through now what we essentially do in Work-Fit and how that features into our Steps to Success model here at Qube Learning.
So our goal is to support job seekers by providing them with resources and training opportunities they need to prepare to start or return to the world of work. We're at the heart of some of the most truly dynamic and engaging collaborations that have a real impact on the world around us and prepare us for students' success in the future. What we have on the screen is our Steps to Success. So this is something that we use, and this is for all types of learners. So whether it's from pre-employment right up to degree level, we want to get each learner up to the maximum they can possibly reach themselves. So we do that by running a range of courses, workshops that may be online, classroom delivery.
Thank you for that. Within Qube Work-Fit, we work with a range of stakeholders, and these people are really important to us because they are the people that link us in with the clients we are looking to work with and we're looking to help. Predominantly, we do a lot of work with DWP, as you can imagine. We have relationships with job centres all across the country, as well as our own senior account manager, which is very helpful when we're launching new provision. We also work as an organisation with Movement to work quite closely. We've started numerous traineeship pilots with them, and we're always looking at ways that we can engage with one another with regards to the new initiatives that are coming through. East Coast Driver Training and Eastern Region Training are two of the forklift centres we work with in East Anglia. East Coast Driver Training, I've been working with them for about 11 years now, and as such I've been working with Qube for about 5 years. And they own and operate forklift training centres. So we've got a really unique relationship with both centres because the candidates will not only learn the practical skills and how to actually use a forklift or a reach truck, but they'll also get the real underpinning theory knowledge that they need in order to be able to go and move forward into the world of work, especially within a warehouse environment. Retail Trust is one of our long-term partners. We work with them across a broad range of provision and have been doing so for about 3 years now. It's a really interesting partnership because Retail Trust being a charity, they come across lots of different projects and they're all really unique and quite different, even though fundamentally they are centred around retail. IRF is a new relationship that we've recently started, and that is the Intelligent Route framework, and that is in partnership with Staffline. So Staffline being a recruitment agency, we are working with them solely to fill particular vacancies that their employers have need for. So we're currently working on a couple of Amazon projects in Bedford and Luton, as well as Morrison projects in and around the Bradford area. So this isn't everyone we work with, I'd just like to point out, but these are our main partners we do work with. But alongside of this, we work quite closely with CTEC, Shaw Trust and the Norfolk Probation Service.
Okay, so this is our classroom delivery offer. So we offer quite a range of different types of courses for people to undertake. So we have there obviously the warehousing, construction, retail, customer service and forklift. This doesn't limit our offer. We are able to offer other courses as well. They are all certificated courses, so learners will be issued with certificates for completing any of these courses. They are all attached to awarding organisations like City and Guilds, Pearson's, CITB, Highfields and ITB. So they're all nationally accredited courses. So they will be walking away with a recognised qualification in the industry that they want to work in. We do a blended approach. So on each course there will be a mixture of practical and theory training. So they will get all of the resources and all of the knowledge that they need to be able to go out to the world of work once completing the qualification and hopefully gain employment in the career path that they choose. Okay, so online delivery. This is something that we also offer as well, and it's been extremely successful over the last few months. We offer quite a range again, as you can see on the screen, anything from business admin through to warehousing, and they can all be done online. They take a varying amount of time to complete, so we're looking at about 6 to 8 weeks to complete these courses, and they're all supported by a skilled tutor. The process is very simple to join one of these courses, and we'll talk about that in a couple of slides' time of how you can refer somebody across to us for these courses. Okay, so what to expect on our courses. So classroom delivery, all of our tutors are fully qualified in the sector that they are training in. They're extremely friendly. We understand that we are delivering courses to adults. So although we call it classroom delivery, it's by no means school type learning. It is appropriate to the age that we are teaching. We find as well that the location is really important for our classroom delivery. We are aware that a lot of these people are maybe on benefits and have a low income. So we try to choose locations that are really easy to reach by public transport. And they're all appropriate classrooms. So we will have all the resources that we need within that classroom to be able to deliver the qualification. It's very relaxed and very informative. So they will go away, knowing more about their sector, going along with their certificate. The group sizes are kept quite small. So we keep those between about 8 to 12 people per class. We find this is quite important because we want to be able to give each learner the opportunity to understand and gain all the knowledge they can during the class. Readers are available, so if we do work with people with additional needs, it is something we need to be told about prior to the learner joining the course, so that we can obviously prepare and make sure we have the resources available for that specific learner, that student. So the online delivery, it's regular support again from a skills tutor, so they will be qualified in the area that they are teaching. It's self-paced, so it's studying at convenient time. So we will not tell them what days to log on and complete their work, but there will be targets set to keep them on track and make sure that they are completing the units when needed to ensure that they have a timely finish of their qualification. They will need access to a computer or a laptop and Wi-Fi. As I said, it is an online course, so you will need to be able to access the various systems that we use to be able to complete the qualification. There's downloadable resources for them to keep and they can refer back to. So everything is there for you. They will receive an induction, so they'll be told everything of how to use the system, how to navigate around it, how to contact their skills tutor when they need to. So for instance, if they have a regular appointment with their tutor and they feel they've come across a tricky unit or something they need extra support with, they can contact their tutor and either arrange a time to have perhaps a Teams call or a telephone call, and that tutor will help support them and talk them through what they need to know to get them to the next unit.
Thanks, Heidi. Sector-based work academies. This might be something that you have recently seen in the news, following on from the Chancellor's statement with regards to some additional funding being put into the pot to deliver these courses. We have been delivering sector-based work academies at Qube for about the last 3 years across many different sectors, with the aim of getting people into work. For those that aren't familiar with them, I'll run through what a sector-based work academy is. So it is a DWP initiative. It's not something Qube has created. It's not something a college has created. It was very much their concept, with the sole aim of getting someone with work experience, but little or no work experience in that particular sector, into a job. So, and they devised the programme by creating some entry-level training to begin with, which is where Qube Learning will come in to deliver the training. They'll then go on to undertake some work experience at the host employer. The work experience, that can be anything from 2 days to 2 weeks. In the current climate, we are seeing a lot of flexibilities offered by DWP for this. So they are doing virtual tours as well as classroom sessions where the employer will come in and actually do a session to the students rather than wait for that moment where ordinarily it would have been work experience. And then most importantly, with the Sector-Based Work Academy, it does contain a guaranteed job interview at the end of it. So the idea is that in about 2 weeks, a learner can undertake an information session to see if it's something that they're interested in. If they're then accepted onto the course, because spaces are limited, because fundamentally we're not going to take 20 people onto a course if we only know that there are 5 jobs available. So they'll come along, they'll do the course with us, they'll then progress onto the employer host to do their work experience, and then at the end they'll have that guaranteed job interview. So sector-based work academies are great and they work brilliantly for volume recruitment. So we run a lot for new stores that are opening in different areas, as well as distribution centres where volume recruitment is quite often the case. It doesn't really work for the 1s and 2s because it wouldn't be suitable to put on a whole course. So we run these everywhere basically. Up until last year, we did run them everywhere, but because of the devolved nature of some parts of the country, we don't actually work in those particular areas anymore. And just to hopefully not confuse you, for the whole time I've been working in the sector, so about 11 years now, I've always known it as a sector-based work academy, or SBWA to be shortened. DWP are now shifting the title to a SWAP, which is Sector Work Academy Programme. So I think obviously SWAP is easier to say rather than SBWA or SBWA. Lots of different DWP colleagues call it lots of different things, but these do have a relevant place in the field at the moment, because whilst we're seeing a lot more unemployed people because of the current situation, they do have relevant work experience, but it might not be anywhere related to the field of which they're then looking to get a new job. So this opportunity gives them the time to actually see if it's going to be something that they will enjoy, and likewise it gives the employer some time to actually assess the candidate within the job environment via the work experience. Our entire Work-Fit provision is funded by the adult education budget, and whilst we do have various other contracts that run alongside Work-Fit, essentially they all have their own criteria, but fundamentally the majority of our provision does fall within the adult education budget, and because of that we do have to follow funding rules in order to make sure our learners are eligible. So before any learner ever attends one of our courses, we do quite a robust eligibility check to ensure that they are fundable and they are eligible based on the rules that are being imposed upon us. In a nutshell, the rules are in front of you there. So generally speaking, it's the 19 years old one that confuses people a lot, because unfortunately there is you have to be 19 years old as of the first day of the current academic year we find ourselves in. So if someone was to turn 19 today, unfortunately, they wouldn't be eligible for funding until the 1st of August 2021. That's always been the way, unfortunately, but there are other provisions available for those that are under 19, because in a similar way, the 16 to 18 funding, it works in a similar way, even though someone may be 19 because they were 18 as of the 1st of August. So there are other avenues we can signpost younger people towards in order for them to find the help and support that they need. Predominantly, the benefits that a learner must be claiming is job seekers allowance or universal credit, depending on what part of the country they're in. Other benefits can be accepted, however, there isn't a black and white list as to what benefits. So should you be working with someone that isn't claiming JSA or ESA or universal credit, it doesn't mean to say it would be a no, but we would just basically have to have a conversation beforehand just to really confirm that that particular candidate would be eligible for funding. There is also the low wage option. So if you are employed, but you're earning less than £17,000 per annum, irrespective of part-time or full-time or benefits received, you would also be eligible for full funding to do a course. And that is to raise people's aspirations. So if they've been doing a job for quite a while, but they haven't actually got any formal qualifications around it, and it's really to help their own personal and professional development as far as they would like to go. So like I mentioned, we work with stakeholders and our referral partners, and we work directly with employers as well. And then we also work with our students directly. So depending on what organisation you may be from today, or you may know of an organisation that works specifically with people looking to re-enter the workplace, generally speaking, there is a way we can help you. We have run specific courses for specific employers before, as standalone courses, as well as sector-based work academies. And likewise, our stakeholders and our referral partners, we work very closely with them because they, especially DWP, they know things about the labour market that unfortunately we're not privy to. So often they will come to us and go, things are happening in X amount of months and we need a group of people ready with this particular qualification in order to move them into work. And we'll work with them in that fashion. So our general rule of thumb is just ask us. If we can't help you, we will know another organisation that can. With regards to unemployment provision and training providers, we're all quite open and we're part of various networks across the country, because not any one training provider generally does it all. And obviously, in terms of vocational courses, there are many available, and I personally don't know of one training provider that offers it all. So, and because of that reason, we do actually work together in quite a collaborative fashion in order to make sure we can signpost people, because fundamentally it's about getting that individual into work and giving them the skills they need in order to do that. So if we can't do it, that's a shame, but we will know someone or another organisation that can help that individual.
Okay, so we have lots of marketing materials available. These can be sent digitally, or we can have them printed and sent out as well. So anything that you would require or you want to have to pass on to partners or for yourselves, you can go onto our website at qubelearning.co.uk and you can actually download those yourself. You can also contact us, which you'll see the details on the next slide, and we'll be happy to send anything across to you. We've got here the Jobseekers course guide, so that will include a little bit about every course that we offer, but we do also do individual flyers for individual courses, like for instance the CSCS course. So if there's a specific course you're interested in, we can get that over to you.
That's great. As Heidi mentioned a little bit earlier in the presentation when she brought us our steps to success, that is a very relevant and robust concept we have within Qube Learning, and it's very important to us that our learners are given the opportunity they need in order to progress. It may be someone will only go one step, it may be someone is actually looking to become a fully qualified healthcare assistant nurse, and so we offer a pathway to help them do that. So we do a lot of after coursework with our students, so whether that's evaluation forms, we track job outcomes, we offer further courses and mentoring support once they start into work as a sort of a temporary measure, just to make sure they settle down and they're okay. And it's important to us that we don't just leave them on the last day of their course. We want to maintain contact with these people, and we want to know where they end up and how they go. And as such, our students that come through our Work-Fit provision, they are included in our monthly award. They actually have their own section within our Learner Monthly Awards, and very much they're included in our Qube Awards, which is our annual larger award ceremony. So for us at Qube, a learner is everything we do. Whether you're a Work-Fit learner or you're a level 5 apprenticeship learner, you're still our learner, and it's down to us to make sure that you can get as far as you want to go and you're given the necessary tools and resources in order to do that. So we're now coming to the end of our slides. I'm just going to bring up our email addresses. So if you have any questions, do please pop them in the chat function, or if you want to take down our address and contact us separately afterwards, please feel free to do so. As Heidi mentioned, on our website, all of our marketing materials are available to download, and depending on whether you're looking at it from a learner angle or from an employer angle, the information is really clearly labelled on the website, which should take you to the right page. So we hope we've been able to give you a brief oversight of our Qube Work-Fit provision. Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully, I know I can't see anyone and I know I can't hear anyone, but hopefully I might speak to some of you at a later date.
Perfect, thanks Kismet. We have had a couple of questions come in, if it's okay to run them through with yourself and Heidi.
Sure.
So first of all, we've got a question. How could we make a client referral for a course? So I think Heidi's probably best placed to answer that one.
Yeah, so what you could do is you can pop onto our website at qubelearning.co.uk, Qube-Learning. So you can go onto there and you can fill in one of our forms on there, and that will come direct to us. So we'll be able to take that. You can also contact our Jobseekers email, so jobseekers@qube-learning.co.uk. We'll be able to take the information from that email. You can also call us, so the number's there on the website as well. And if you have any general questions, so it may not be that you want to specifically refer somebody, but you have some questions you want to ask perhaps about a referral or about any of our courses, there is contact forms on our website which will come directly to us, so we can respond to you in a timely manner and get back your answers.
Brilliant, thank you. There is a couple of others that have come through. So next up, there's a question: how could we organise a sector-based work academy, or was it swamp that you mentioned earlier, Kismet?
So if you were looking to run a SWAP or sector-based work academy, I will probably always say SBWA, because that's what I know and love it as. If you were looking to organise one, brilliant, excellent. The best thing to do would be to just jot down my email address, as you can see it there, and make contact with myself directly. Because if you as the employer know you have a group of vacancies that you're wishing to fill via a sector-based work academy, I can then link you in with the DWP colleague for your local branch, depending on where it may be located. So it is very much it's a three-way partnership in order to get it arranged, get it booked in, and then the job centre are obviously a very important part of that, because their colleagues on site will be the one to push the offer out, talk to the clients about the offer, and ensure that when we do information sessions, which are very informal, come along and see what the opportunity is about, they will be the ones to actually pull in the referrals for that moment in time, and then from there we can just get going. So although with regards to a sector-based work academy, the lead time generally is anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks, because the job centres, especially at the moment, they're not doing face-to-face visits as frequently as they were, and they've moved a lot online. They have to have a certain amount of time to ensure that they can get through their whole register of people in order to tell them about the opportunity.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I've got just 2 others through. Next up, we've got, do you offer courses everywhere in the UK? Not sure who's best fit for that. Kismet, would it be you?
I'll pick that one up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't offer courses across the UK, so our contract is for England only, and because of devolution that happened about 18 months ago, our current adult education budget is not valid within the devolved areas of the country. We do work on other contracts which all have their own specific objective, that some of them are available in the devolved areas, but really dependent on what it is you are after. It would just be a very quick conversation for me to say, well, actually, yes, we can help, or we can't help. But again, we know providers that are in the devolved areas that are offering a similar offer to us, and we can then link you in with those providers to help you get on. Thank you very much, and I hope everyone has an enjoyable rest of the week.
Thank you very much, everyone. Take care.